But then lastly, God has, or we have, God's support. Verse 7 says, for the Lord is righteous. It says he loves righteousness. And the last part says his countenance, which is translated to mean his face. His face beholds the upright in heart. And as I look at God's face in the middle of trial and tribulation, it's a picture of when I began preaching at a young age. And I didn't even have a car. So my father and my mother had to take me everywhere I went. And I went to places that I didn't know people. I went to places where I saw some mean faces. But I could always look out in the crowd and find my daddy's face. And when I saw my daddy's face, he was smiling. And no matter how bad I was doing, my daddy was smiling. And just at the point when I thought that I was going to give up, well, I could hear my daddy saying, son, it's all right. And if I couldn't hear his voice, I could see him moving his mouth, saying, it's all right, son. Why? And every now and then, when I get in trouble, well, I look up toward heaven, and I can see my father's face. And every now and then, I can hear his voice saying, lo, I'll be with you even to the end of the world. I can hear his voice saying, I'll never forsake you or leave you alone. Have I got a witness here? I can hear his voice saying, yea, though you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, don't fear any evil, for I'm with you. Have I got a witness here? Good evening, y'all. I'm out of here because I'm out of time. But every now and then, when my road get rough and my going gets tough, I hear God's voice saying to me, hold on a little while longer. Hold on. Everything gonna be all right. Yes, it is. I've seen the lightning flashing, heard the thunder roll. I felt sin breakers dashing, trying to conquer my soul. But I heard the voice of Jesus telling me, still fight on. He promised. He promised. Do you know he promised? If you know he promised, shake somebody's hand and tell them, neighbor, oh neighbor, I know he promised. I know he promised. I know. He promised never, never, never to leave me alone. He walks with me. He talks with me. He tells me I am his own, and the joy The joy, oh, the joy. I said the joy we share as we're walking together. Y'all excuse me here, but every time I think about how far God brought me through danger seen and unseen, through ups and downs, through sick days and bad days, I made up my mind. I won't complain. I won't complain. I won't. I've had some good days. Can I just say a little bit of this? I've had some hills to climb. I've had some weary days. And some sleepless nights. But when I look around and I think things over, all of my good days outweigh my bad days. So I won't complain. Sometimes the clouds hang low. Anybody know what I'm talking about? I can hardly see the road. I ask the question, Lord. Listen, I got one more minute. Why so much pain when he knows what's best for me? Although my weary eyes, they can't see. So I'll tell him, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I won't complain when God been good to me. He been so good to me, better than this world or you could ever be. He been so good. Do you know he been good? Do you know he been good to me? He dried all of my fears away. Turn my midnight into days. So I'll tell him, thank you, Lord. My burden is heavy, but thank you, Lord. Way get dark, but thank you, Lord. I won't complain.